Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode, another edition of the Speak Up Now podcast, and I'm your host, Darius, aka Mr. GQ, bringing you some more exciting content, more motivational content, more inspiring content, and more content in general to help you be motivated and inspired to speak up and speak up now, because it's only going to make you better, stronger, and more confident in everything above. So, I'm back, as I promised in every episode. I'm coming back with some more viable, strong, unbelievable, unmatchable, if that's a word, content for you guys. Whoa. What are you doing? You forgetting to hit the subscribe button? Stop it. What are you doing? You watching the Speak Up Now podcast, and you watching your host, Darius Silver, aka Mr. GQ, give you some unbelievable content. What are you doing? I need you to subscribe right now. Check out my social media platforms that you see on the screen, Facebook, Instagram, and this platform, YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you continue to tune in and watch the full episode. Come on now. This is the Speak Up Now podcast, where we're inspiring others to speak up and do better. Come on now, subscribe. Come on, subscribe. All right, let's get you back to the full episode. Boom. And I'm glad to keep on entertaining you guys and inspiring you guys with all my topics and all my episodes and all my creative mindset that I come up with each week and each day. So I'm excited for today's episode. It's gonna be a funny one too. It's been inspired by not by myself, but it's been inspired by one of my close friends. He knows who he is. Starts with an E, aka Ose, but he's one of my close friends, and we actually talked about this particular topic yesterday, but this topic's been in my mind for a very, very long time because it drives me crazy. So, if you're a new viewer, thank you for tuning in. It's much appreciated. If you're a returning viewer, you know what it is. Much love to you. Keep on spreading the word. Keep on coming back for more and more and more. And let's keep this thing going. So, for today's episode, it's a funny one. Let's get right into it. If you're a new viewer, make sure you pay attention to how we do things around here. And if you're a returning viewer, stay with me. Let's ride. So, for today's episode, it's a serious one, a respectful one, but it's also a funny one that needs to be said. I don't know if anyone else has said this on my episode or podcast about this, but I feel like it was my time to do so, because it's really getting on my nerves. Today's episode is respectfully to slow drivers. I personally can't stand them. It has to stop. It has to stop. Slow drivers on a daily basis, Monday through Friday, Saturday through Sunday, they have to stop. I understand the disclaimer out there, driving safely is important. I'm all for safe driving, safe drivers. Let me get that out of the way. I'm all about being safe and all about safe driving, everybody being safe on the road. I understand that accidents do happen. I understand that. But I feel like anyone that's watching this episode, anyone in this world can agree that you have to drive with purpose. Drive with some steadiness. Drive like you're going somewhere. Drive like you actually got something to do. You have to drive with purpose. Driving slow, respectfully, slower than Miss Daisy. It has to stop. Especially, don't let me start when people are coming from work. When people get off at 4 o'clock, 4:30 or 5 o'clock, and they're ready to get there and they're ready to get home, you mean to tell me they gotta get stuck behind some slow drivers? Are you serious? This is what I'm talking about. And you just say, I know I'm passionate about this. I deal with this all the time. This is what I'm talking about. You mean to tell me that when a person gets off of work after a long day of work, you mean to tell me that they don't have to deal with slow drivers going home? I said this yesterday with one of my close friends. I said this: there's no better feeling on the road than passing a slow driver. I'm not wrong. Am I wrong? Let me know if I'm wrong. There's no better feeling in the morning time or in the evening time. There is no better feeling of passing a slow driver on the road, on a highway, on a one-way road, on a two-way road, on the back roads, on any roads you can think of. There's no better feeling than passing a slow driver and getting right in front of them, respectfully in a safely manner. There's no better feeling, right? Please let me know if I'm wrong or not. I'm 99% sure that anyone that's watching this episode right now can 100% agree with me, at least 99% can agree with me that there's no better feeling than passing a slow driver. Like in the morning times, I can attest there's different stages and cycles in the morning. You have the 6 a.m. traffic, the 5 a.m. traffic, the 7 a.m. traffic, the 8 a.m. traffic. Right? Because people most of the time start their jobs at 9, or 8 or 9. So there's a select few that start their jobs luckily at 7. But there's many cycles and stages in the morning time traffic. So you have different cycles. But around like 4 o'clock to 5:30, there's no pretty much that's pretty much one big cycle. So especially in North Carolina where I live at. So it's like, there's traffic all over the place. New York, California, Texas, Florida, all the states you think of, there's traffic everywhere. So I'm not saying I'm the only person that's dealing with it. But I'm not the only person that feels this way about slow drivers. Respectfully. And there's certain highways you have to understand that you have to narrow roads, you have to drive as much, as not say slow as possible, as careful as possible. But there's no reason why you should be going. One, let me get this straight. There's no reason why when you have a good vehicle, Mercedes, SUVs, up-to-date vehicles, BMWs, Audis, Teslas, all these good cars out there, anyone you name, there's no reason why you cannot drive that car with purpose, drive it how it should be. It's not about how, it's about the drive behind the car. Right? You have all these up-to-date vehicles. You mean to tell me you don't know how to drive it with some pace and purpose? It has to stop. It has to stop. I'm all about being someone about safety, doing the right thing. I'm all about that, but drive some purpose. Or you say, well, there you have road rage. No, I get upset when people know how to drive. But I'm not saying I don't have severe road rage. I have discipline. There's many other people who have discipline out there. But that's to a certain extent. Something has to be said. Something has to be said. Who wants to? And let me get this out the way too. The people don't understand. When you drive slow and you behind slow drivers, you're wasting more gas. Or if you have an electric vehicle, you're wasting more charge. So that means the more time you're on the road driving slow, the more gas or charge that you're wasting, and the more money you have to pay out to get gas or charge. You know how it is right now in today's economy. Everything's expensive right now. Gas, food, or everything's expensive. You need to waste money that's not your fault because of a slow driver. Make that make sense. I don't want to do an episode on slow drivers for a long time, but I never got around to it. But recently, it's been getting on my nerves to a fully extent. And I feel like whoever watches this video is gonna be, one, laughing because it's funny. 2, they're gonna be, it's a great book, everybody goes through it. And 3, they're gonna agree it has to stop. It has to stop. I'm not lying. If you don't know how to drive with purpose, to drive where you should be, have someone else drive for you. Or pick a better time to drive. Not when the hype of it, someone wants to get home from a long day of work. After a long day with me, got to get sitting in traffic because of a slow freaking driver? Are you serious? Answer are you serious? This is how passionate I am about this particular topic, because there's no reason for it. There's no reason for it. And I know nothing against this particular brand. Nothing against this particular brand. But I told my friend Edith, you come in contact with more slow drivers who drive Toyotas. I'm not lying. I came in contact or behind the most slow drivers that I come across drive Toyotas. It could be Corolla, Camrys, all these makes of or models of Toyotas. Hey, you become more involved. You become more in contact with them. And he said this, and I quote: Toyota, the people who drive Toyotas are proper drivers. Respectfully. But I'm saying there's no better feeling than passing them. There's no better feeling because having that feeling when you say, look, you letting them know that you're a slow driver, like it's ridiculous. I'm not saying drive 100 every single day, 95, 80 every single day, but there's no reason why you shouldn't be driving with purpose. That's my argument. Purpose. If you're in a 45, you could go 50, you could go 55 at most. If you're in a 60, and you could go the speed limit is 60, 65. You could actually do that. And if you're on a highway, it's a 70, 75, you can drive that. Don't be afraid. You got your license for a reason, right? You got your license for a reason. Drive like it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I mean, there's nothing we pretty much can do, but we can talk about it, right? And get our frustrations out. That's all I'm saying. That's simply all I'm saying. Get your frustrations out with slow drivers. I'm not saying women drive, all women drive slow. I'm not saying that all men drive slow. It's a combination of both. But it is sad that men drive slow too. It's a sad thing. But I'm like, all men drive slow and women drive slow. So I'm not knocking against one side against the other. But damn, I mean, like, men drive slow too? Sheesh. I mean, women's insurance rates are lower than men because men are more crazier drivers. Honestly, that's a fact of life. Look it up. But I'm saying, like, most women drive a little more faster than men do, vice versa. But I mean, like, yo, I understand if you live in a small town, those are different. You live in a small town, you can drive mellow in town. But if you're in the city, or you're passing through a town on a highway, or you know what I'm saying, you gotta get somewhere, drive like it. Don't drive like you got no sense. Don't drive like you're scared. That's how accidents happen. Driving like you're scared. Driving like you're not supposed to. And yes, accidents happen from speeding too. I'm not gonna deny that. Accidents happen from speeding. True. But I'm saying most accidents nowadays come from people who don't know what they're doing. That shouldn't be on the road. So, and that involves slow drivers too. I'm glad that it happens every now and then that police officers pull over slow drivers. Now, it doesn't happen all the time, but it happens every now and then. I'm happy about that. But more should be done about slow drivers on the road. That's how traffic happens. Don't you realize that? Traffic happens from one slow driver leading a pack behind them. That's how traffic happens. That's how lights stop behind other cars. That's how lights stop cars. By one slow driver to another, and it backs up traffic. That's how it happens if you don't know. That's why I'm so against slow drivers. I'm not against steady drivers, people who drive with purpose, but I'm against slow drivers because it drives me insane, nuts. When you're trying to get home from a long day of work, do you really want to sit in a traffic for 30-something minutes, 45 minutes, wasting gas, wasting money? No, you do not. I answered the question for you. No, you do not. It has to stop. This topic, I could go on and on and on. But it's a bigger issue more than you realize. It's a passionate issue. When this episode drops, I know for a fact, people who gonna watch this, my friends, my family, they're gonna laugh at it. But they're gonna know it's true. It affects them, it affects me, and it affects everyone in all across the world, especially in the US. With these driver laws, sheesh. But I digress. Let me stop fucking my blood pressure higher and higher. I digress. But all I gotta say is, I'm not against, respectfully, I want people to drive safe. I want people to drive as safe as they can. I want everybody to be safe on the road. I'm gonna get that out the way, respectfully. I want that. I don't want nobody to get no accidents or anything worse than that. But all I'm saying is, if you're gonna be on the road, know how to drive for one. Drive with purpose. And if you know you're not a steady paced driver, run options. Give yourself options. Find someone else to drive for you. Know how to get over so people can pass you. Then get back over to the lane you're trying to get over. Or just simply drive at different times, or leave earlier than you need to, or leave later than you need to. Simple and plain. So it's simple and plain. But I digress. I'm gonna make a quick episode on that because it really gets to me. I feel a little bit better. I feel a little bit better talking about these issues. It is an issue. Slow drivers are an issue. Say it with me. Slow drivers are a issue. Right now, always have been, and will always will be. It has to stop. It has to stop. Like Cat Williams said, you got to tell them no. You got to tell them no. You got to tell slow drivers no. You got to tell them no. But I digress. I digress. Right? I digress. But that's it for today's episode. A quick one. I feel better. Got that off my chest. I feel better. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. Trust me, I know I did. Hopefully you got a few laughs out of it. Hopefully you got some stress off your chest as well. Okay, I need some of you guys feel the same way. And yeah, let's go and get out of here. Let's go and end this episode and edition the right way. So if you're a new viewer, make sure you pay attention. If you're a returning viewer, make sure one, you do it with me, and two, you know what it is. Stay mellow, keep that mellow mind, stay focused on the narrow path, and as my man Cam Newton says, you got one finger, one pinky, one thumb, one love. Boom, I'm out.